Today I have with me 1.5 litre TSI petrol charged GT Plus. So let's have a closer look at this one specifically. The Taigun, like its DNA cousin Skoda Kushaq, is based on the MQB AO platform. The Taigun looks unmistakably like a Volkswagen, especially from the front. The white grille is flanked by the attractive all-LED headlamps along with the squared-off front edges of the bonnet helps the Taigun look quite butch and in your face. In profile, the strong shoulder line looks purposeful and the dual-tone 17-inch alloys look quite sporty. The design of Taigun is pretty distinctive, smart and sharp. There's a lot of chrome happening right here in the middle with a signature Volkswagen grille. The bonnet also has some chrome touches to it. From the rear, the most distinctive feature on the car is this LED light that stretches across the whole bonnet of the car. It looks pretty sharp along with the shark fins right on the top. The Taigun has decent boot space. It's 385 liters, so it is pretty good for your long rides. The interiors of the car are uncluttered and smart. They seem pretty good quality. I won't say it's very premium. It's got little touches of premium in it. For example, the steering wheel, it's got slight leatherette. It looks premium, but there's hard plastic in the middle. Although the logo badge here right in the center has a little chrome touch in it. The dashboard is also of hard plastic, so it's not all premium. It has few touches of premium. For example, this grey patch right here on the dashboard, it looks nice. What I don't understand is these fake buttons right here on the panel. They don't really make any sense, right? But the gear shift stick is pretty nice. Now, what is really interesting in this car is the 10-inch infotainment system. It's got your Android and Apple CarPlay. It's got wireless charging. You can put your phone right here. You don't need to carry any extra batteries. There is enough space in the center as well. There's an armrest. You can stretch it. There's decent space, not a lot. There's 2 cup holders in the center. The dashboard is also pretty spacious. This is a cool box as well, so you can use it to cool your drinks and stuff. On the door panels, there is enough space for your bottles, etc. So it's done pretty neatly. You have a lot of space in the cabin, which is great for Indian families. It's got a sunroof as well, although it's not panoramic, but it's pretty decent. Now, looking at the upholstery, it looks pretty great. It looks that it is tastefully done. You've got this red threading running across the seats, but they do not look very, very premium. You know, this is a Volkswagen and this is top model. So if I am spending that much money, I would want a lot of luxury inside the car and in the cabin space, because the Korean car makers are offering all of those features in a very good amount, right? Now, the climate control on the panel here, in the beginning it might take you some time to get used to it, but once you do, it's pretty easy. It's one touch and it is very convenient. It's got 8-inch instrumental cluster and you can change a lot of modes. You can host a lot of features here. It's right here on the steering wheel. It's got different modes. You've got 2 C-point chargers here. The other cars give you a USB charger. This one is giving you a C-type, so that's an improvement. The high-resolution display looks premium and the graphic fonts and touchscreen response is top drawer. Although what it's missing is the 360-degree camera. This top GT 1.5 litre variant comes with automatic headlamps, rain-sensing wipers, tilt and telescopic adjustments. So there are decent number of features for sure. The rear is pretty comfortable. There is adjustable headrest even in the middle row with armrests and 2 cup holders. But what I think is that the middle person will not be very comfortable because the air vents and the C-type charger is somewhere in the middle. So there is not enough leg room for the person who's sitting in the middle, although there is enough headroom. So I would say that Two people can sit here very comfortably. It will be a little clustered for the one who's sitting in the center. Although it's got a separate seat belt, the footboard is not flat. It's got this bunch right in the center, and that is a good safety feature to have in the car. That's also what makes the space for the center person a little less, but that's good. We need safety. The Taigun comes in two engine options, 1 litre petrol turbocharged which produces 115 PS at 178 Newton-meter of torque, and the bigger one that comes in 1.5 litre 4-cylinder TSI turbocharged engine, which is this one. The GT line produces 150 power at a radical 250 Newton-meter of torque, which is really great. That is one of the best features of this car, is the punchy torque that is available right from the beginning and till the end. No matter how stuck you're in traffic, you just put the pressure on pedal and there you go. It's an absolute blissful drive. It's a high-tech Unit 2 and features cylinder deactivation tech, which basically shuts down 2 cylinders while cruising on highways to aid fuel efficiency. The engine comes with either a 6-speed manual or a 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission. In the city, the engine and gearbox combo feels ideal because the shifts are smooth and jerk-free thanks to the torquey motor. The gearbox doesn't really have to work that hard as shifts are kept to a minimum. Even when it has to work, it does a wonderful job. The suspension on the car is good. It works silently both in cities and highways. It takes all the city bumps in its stride. Although on high speeds, if you suddenly have to brake, then you're going to feel a little bit of jerk. Having said that, while you're on high speeds, this car is an absolute delight on corners. It hardly works as an SUV, but a hatchback because it's just too awesome on corners. It sticks to the ground. There is absolutely minimum body roll in the car when you're taking sharp turns. When it comes to safety, the ESP is standard on all variants, and this one, the top model, gets 6 airbags. There is hill control. It's got disc brake in the front and drum at the rear. It's got reverse parking camera and airbags in the front. It's comfortable, and the top speed on this car is really great. However, I can spill that out right here, but for safety, as soon as you cross 80 kilometers per hour, the car starts beeping. Although it beeps just one, but when you cross 120, it keeps beeping continuously. So that's an additional safety feature. It's a German machinery. The tech and the driving experience is just brilliant on this car. I would buy it just for sheer driving pleasure. In the end, I would say this is a comfortable 4-seater instead of a 5-seater. There are no diesel options available, and the Korean competitors are offering hell loads of tech in the car. But if we can get past that, I would say Volkswagen Taigun is a very good option to buy, simply because the drive is fantastic, the safety is top-notch on the car, and it looks absolutely stunning.